Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking a quick look here at Solana, seeing what's going on. We are kindly rejecting off of the 200-day SMA on the 4-hour time frame. We'll talk about that and a few other things here in a moment, but I just want to specify a couple things and just say congrats to our community. I know we haven't had a ton of signals here recently, but it's nice to be able to have some benefit there. Solana, we hit our third target, 56% in roughly 3 trading days, and Chainlink at about 15% roughly on 9 hours. So some decent little trades there. Our Premium Plus group also scalping the market nicely here. Chainlink, AVAX, and what was it? There's a few other Chainlink and Solana trades too. These are a little bit more mature, if you will. But again, all targets achieved there. Fantastic stuff. Happy for you folks. What we want to do here next is go ahead and take a quick look, of course, at the backend data here and just quickly reference a couple of things here. So when we talked about this yesterday, we were saying, I kept mentioning, do not short this coin at 94. It's not a good idea. All the liquidation here between 94 and 96 got swept. There's very little left, okay? So does that mean the price is going to come back down? Yeah, there's potential of that, mainly because Bitcoin's hitting that that average true range at roughly 42,500, and it's kind of in a position right now where the price action should continue to pull back for Bitcoin in the relative near future. We might see one more pump up to 43,500, 44,000 to sweep that extra level of liquidity, but generally speaking, Bitcoin is still looking slightly bearish on the larger time frame. Having said that, if Bitcoin does pull back, then $85 would be the next target of liquidation here for Solana. So just kind of be mindful of that. It doesn't mean you have to just short your shirt off to get to that level. We may not even hit that point, but 85 is a strong area here with a heavy amount of concentrated levels of liquidation. Once again, that was a previous support level we talked about previously, 85 being a strong level for us. So what does that mean for us? Let's take a look at the daily and kind of work our way down and see here. We are actually above some moving averages here. So this is actually another reason why we may not see 85, okay? First of all, we got a volume profile here over the last few trading days. Let's just take a quick look here. We can see roughly about $98 is the heaviest concentration of volume. So we're right in that volume profile, basically letting us know that that is a strongish resistance. And I say strongish because once we break above that, it could be a support, but generally speaking, the point here we got to focus on would be $98. That's the stronger area of resistance for Solana. Okay, as we can kind of already see with this candle wick initially, that couldn't establish higher highs yet. Granted, that was one day. We got more days to come, but still something to be aware of. However, 50 and the 20-day SMA are all hanging out right there at 93. That's also been a very strong support level for Solana. So my speculation is 93 to 98 will be the area in which we might see some consolidation. Pending Bitcoin doesn't dump, we'll probably see continuation for Solana after we retest this upper level of 98 to 100 again. But generally speaking, we're kind of entering that stronger resistance level. We can see here, MACD is converging. This is a very strong sign. All the more reason to be cautious and careful with taking shorts on this coin right now. Again, MACD doesn't always come to full fruition. Just because it converges doesn't mean anything really. It just seems to be a very common characteristic in bullish trends once we shift from one side to the other. Okay, 12 intersecting with a 26 in upward fashion effectively helps us understand that we're on the right side of tracks. We're also above 50 on the RSI on the daily. This is pretty huge. Stochastic swinging up, money flow index is high. Really no reason to short this coin from a bird's eye view here for now until we get into some lower time frames. Okay. So daily time frame looks pretty bullish here. In other words, it looks like it's breaking bullish. We can see here we're still increasing with our trend line here. We'll just go ahead and pull this up a little bit further. And we're just going to pay attention to this level here and kind of just see what happens next. So with the 4-hour time frame, once again, the 200-day SMA is working its way down, holding the price action in place, but the 150 and 20 all averaging themselves out right there between 89 and 93. Okay, that nice support range. So 93, it's safe to presume, is a support for this coin. The price does come down to that level. It may be a good consideration for a long, just based on the simple fact that we had a lot of resistance there recently. That should work as a lot of support moving forward. Okay. Now keep in mind too, again, I have to reiterate this multiple times, Bitcoin has a really bad day. We come down sub 40,000 again. We will see the same thing, retest this lower $85 to $80 range for Solana. I think it's a probability at this point that that could happen. Speaking of probabilities, we got MACD trying to diverge, but hasn't yet. So keep in mind that's kind of trying to shift that momentum. Stochastic already letting us know the price is pulling back. Moves a lot faster with the price action. We have kind of a double top here. And I mentioned this recently, when you have a second stochastic swing in the same direction within the same trend, the second one carries more weight. It basically just implies that that extra level of liquidation has been swept and the price will pull back. Now, again, I don't think Solana is going to pull back super hard, But if it does pull back, again, 93, 95, there's a potential support range there. We're above 50 and below 70 on the RSI, so the 4-hour time frame we can summarize is overall still very bullish, and until we break below this ascending trend on the 20-day SMA more specifically, I think we should continue to presume the price will maintain 93 to 98. That's just kind of the consensus here. Now we're on the top end of that range, so hypothetically the price will pull back to that lower range, right? So we'll see here soon if that is the case, but between now and then, let's go ahead and get some confirming factors. Well, everything here on Ichimoku Cloud is confirming bullish. You do got to recognize, though, this even being a conservative indicator doesn't pick up on these downtrends here. So if you're shorting this position to where you're at now, well, very well done. That's awesome. But from a swing trader's perspective, and you look at this hourly here, it's going to let us know that you're still in the clear because we've got good momentum to the upside. Lagging span hasn't intersected with the price action, and we're above the cloud, which is running concurrent with this ascending trend. So the overall sense here is still bullish. Can Solana pull back another 2 or 3% and still considered to be bullish? Yes, it can. That's the funny thing about this. So you got to recognize, after you watch this video and Solana pulls back, this literally could still see the price continue higher. It's just a matter of how we invalidate this trend or not, right? Is the price going to break down below the trend lines? Is it going to lose those moving averages we have so far in place for us? Or, what's the deal, right? Now that we've identified the 200-day SMA on the 4-hour time frame is a resistance, we want to pay close attention to that 20-day SMA, see if we can get and hold above that. If we do hold above that, then solid chance the price will continue higher. But this makes sense here, this sell-off, just because Bitcoin's kind of pulling back a little bit, and a lot of coins are overextended. As I mentioned, leading into the weekend, some alts will pump, which we got our good little Solana and Chainlink profits. I would recommend tightening your stop losses and making sure you secure profits wherever you can. I don't think the sky is going to fall necessarily tonight when Asia opens or the Asian market opens, or even tomorrow morning per se. But generally speaking, it would make sense for the price action to pull back, considering a lot of bearish divergences we see for Bitcoin and the general sense of the fact that Solana, while it's outperforming Bitcoin right now, it'll still 2 to 3x a retracement for when Bitcoin pulls back. So you got to recognize that. Okay, so all the more reason just be safe and sound here. I would just again tighten some things up. Make sure you don't keep super loose trades, and I guess loose trades is actually kind of good in a small way. It just depends on how much leverage you're using, right? So if you're using higher leverage, you have to take some profits and kind of secure some things. If you're using low leverage, maybe just go ahead and consider letting it ride out, because Bitcoin could very well invalidate this bearish pattern with a closure in the 43.5, 44K range. That would probably invalidate the downtrend. So just keep that in mind. This is not a fantastic situation by any stretch, but it is crypto nonetheless. I hope that you learned something here today. Make sure you check out Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. We have a lot of new members coming over there because they have no KYC or VPN requirements. Our community uses them and loves them. Thanks again, Bitunix, for an awesome opportunity for our members. It's a really, really good exchange. Check them out. And again, if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site. Just to ensure that if you are new to the community, you read through our premiums group here, and you make sure you understand the signals guide, because premium and premium plus trades are very, very different. Okay, if you're a day trader, you can scalp all day long. We have tons of opportunities in there. Swing trades, a little slower, less frequent, but still very, very consistent. We had about 95% success rate last month. This month we're so far at about 100% because we haven't hit a stop loss yet. But again, things can change in a couple of days. We obviously know that. Thanks again so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.